Liam's brave adventure in Neverland. Once upon a time in a place called Neverland, there lived a boy named Peter Pan who loved flying more than anything else in the world. Peter's best friend was a tiny fairy named Tinker Bell, and together they shared many wonderful adventures. Peter's favorite dessert was chocolate cake, and he always enjoyed sharing it with his friends. However, not everything in Neverland was bright and cheerful. There was an enemy who often troubled Peter and his friends, the dastardly Captain Hook. One starry night, a young boy named Liam, who was 6 years old and full of curiosity and courage, found himself magically transported to Neverland. Liam had always dreamed of embarking on an exciting adventure, and now he was living one. As Liam wandered through the beautiful land, he marveled at the vibrant flowers, the sparkling rivers, and the friendly animals that greeted him. A sudden whoosh passed by Liam, and he looked up to see Peter Pan swooping down from the sky with a grin on his face. "Hello there," Peter called out. "Welcome to Neverland. I'm Peter Pan, and this is my best friend, Tinker Bell." Tinker Bell fluttered around Liam, sprinkling a tiny bit of fairy dust on him. Liam's eyes widened with excitement. "Hi, Peter." "Hi, Tinker Bell. My name is Liam. This place is amazing." Peter laughed. "How would you like to join us on an adventure? There's always something exciting happening here." Liam nodded eagerly. "I'd love to. What are we going to do?" Just as Peter was about to explain, a loud, menacing voice echoed through the air. "Ahoy there, Peter Pan. You won't escape me this time." It was Captain Hook, sailing his ship toward the shore. His eyes gleamed with mischief, and his hook hand glinted in the moonlight. "Quick, Liam. We have to stop Captain Hook," Peter said, grabbing Liam's hand and flying into the sky. Tinker Bell followed closely behind, her light twinkling like a star. As they soared above the treetops, Peter explained the plan. "Captain Hook has stolen our precious treasure map, and we need to get it back before he finds the hidden treasure." Liam felt a mixture of fear and excitement, but he knew he had to be brave. "I'll do whatever it takes to help," he declared, his heart racing with determination. They landed on the deck of Captain Hook's ship, and Peter drew his sword, ready to face his enemy. "Give us back the map, Hook," he demanded. Captain Hook laughed wickedly. "You'll have to catch me first, Pan." With a swift motion, he leaped onto a rope and swung across the ship. The crew of pirates cheered as the chase began. Peter and Liam pursued Hook through the ship's maze of corridors, dodging obstacles and cunning traps. Tinker Bell fluttered ahead, lighting the way and helping them navigate the treacherous path. As they got closer to the captain's quarters, Liam spotted the map tucked into Hook's belt. Summoning all his courage, Liam made a daring leap and grabbed the map, tumbling to the floor. Hook turned with a snarl, ready to attack, but Peter intervened, engaging him in a fierce duel. Swords clashed, and sparks flew as the two rivals battled. With the map in hand, Liam ran back to Peter's side and handed it to him. "I've got it, Peter," he shouted, his voice filled with determination. Peter smiled proudly. "Great job, Liam. Now, let's get out of here." Together, they raced back to the deck, where Tinker Bell was waiting to whisk them away. Just as they took flight, Captain Hook lunged toward them, but they were already soaring high above the ship. Hook's frustrated roar echoed behind them as they escaped into the night sky. Back on solid ground, Peter and Liam examined the map, which showed the path to a hidden cave filled with treasures beyond imagination. "There's one last thing we need to do," Peter said. "We have to find the treasure before Hook does." They followed the map's clues, venturing through dense forests, crossing sparkling rivers, and climbing steep hills. The journey was challenging, but Liam's bravery and determination never wavered. With each step, he grew more confident and proud of himself. Finally, they reached the entrance to the hidden cave. Tinker Bell's light illuminated the way as they descended into the darkness. Glowing gems and shimmering gold filled the cavern, creating a breathtaking sight. In the center of the cave, a magnificent chest lay waiting to be opened. "We did it!" Liam exclaimed, his eyes shining with joy. Peter grinned and placed a hand on Liam's shoulder. "We couldn't have done it without you, Liam. Your courage made all the difference." As they stood in the glow of the treasure, Liam realized that he had learned an important lesson. He had faced his fears and believed in himself, proving that with courage and determination, anything was possible. With their mission complete, they returned to Neverland, where a grand celebration awaited. The Lost Boys cheered, and Tinker Bell sprinkled her fairy dust, creating a magical display of lights. Peter cut a slice of chocolate cake for Liam, and they shared a sweet moment of triumph. "Thank you for joining us on this adventure, Liam," Peter said, raising his cake in a toast. "Never forget the courage you showed today. You are always welcome in Neverland." Liam smiled, his heart full of happiness. As he enjoyed the delicious cake and the company of his new friends, he knew that this was a night he would never forget. And so, under the twinkling stars of Neverland, Liam learned the true power of courage and self-belief. He had proven to himself and everyone else that with bravery and determination, he could conquer any challenge that came his way. As the night grew darker and the celebration continued, Liam felt a gentle tug at his sleeve. It was Tinker Bell, leading him to a cozy spot where he could rest. "Time to sleep, Liam," she whispered with a twinkle in her eye. Liam nodded, feeling content and peaceful. He lay down on a soft bed of leaves, and as he closed his eyes, he heard the soothing sounds of Neverland all around him. The gentle rustling of the trees, the distant calls of friendly creatures, and the comforting presence of his new friends lulled him into a deep, restful sleep. In his dreams, Liam soared through the skies with Peter Pan, exploring the wonders of Neverland and living out countless adventures. He knew that no matter where life took him, the lessons he had learned and the courage he had discovered would always be with him. And so, Liam slept soundly, dreaming of more magical adventures and the endless possibilities that awaited him in the future. For as long as he believed in himself and embraced his bravery, he knew that he could achieve anything.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.